Opinions stated by various contributors to the Money and Business Show and related programs are not to be considered as endorsed by Radio Shalom, its employees. Visitors to this program are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusions. Please read your prospectus and consult with your own investment advisor.
Live from the studios of Radio Shalom, 1650 AM in Montreal, Canada, the city of Joie de Vivre, the world capital of culinary variety, and the home of the Montreal Canadiens. This is the Money and Business Show with your host, Samuel Izerzer. Every week, Samuel and his guests discuss money, investments, financial services, and the world economy. Over the next hour, you can have your questions about business and personal finances answered. So call 514-738-4100, extension 200, to speak with Samuel and his guests. And now, here is the host of the Money and Business Show, Samuel Izerzer.
Money, money, and business. In case you haven't noticed, the housing market is making a recovery in the United States, and in Canada, well, maybe it's a little bit flat. Housing starts have risen for 3 months in a row in the United States, with the number of units now exceeding an annual rate of about 715,000 units. In the United States, admittedly, that gets the market nowhere close to the 2.1 million starts in 2005 marked in its entirety. But it's still a strong step in the right direction. The housing market will improve moderately in the year 2013, but nobody will mistake this for a boom. The gains in activity and prices will be welcome as a relief, but will leave many homeowners still underwater. The usual way of discussing the American housing problem is misleading. Foreclosures, short sales, shadow inventory, upside down mortgages are all symptoms. The fundamental problems that we have is this excess supply of housing units. If you read the American mainstream media, the forecast for real estate seems bleak. This is especially the case in hard-hit states like California, Florida, Arizona, Nevada, Illinois, Ohio, Michigan, and New York. In 2010 and 2011, 1 in every 17 households in Arizona received a foreclosure notice. In Florida, 1 in every 18 houses went into foreclosures last year. Many experts are predicting that the lenders will take back more homes in 2012 and 2013 than in other previous years since the foreclosure crisis began. All of this is bad news in the media. It gives us, the average reader, the impression that now is not the great time to be buying real estate. After all, why would you invest in real estate if there's so much negative news? Like many Canadians, there are people struggling to find an affordable home these days. They currently live in 1 or 2 bedroom apartment with their children, their family. Toronto and Vancouver, the city's highly competitive real estate market, where bidding wars are still common, home ownership are so far been unfeasible for couples and family. But after a decade of staggering growth, the housing market in many Canadian cities is starting to cool off. A trend economists and real estate experts suggest will continue through 2014. So, are prospective buyers smelling opportunities here, but they're not sure how to take advantage? If there's a downturn, what will happen? Would it be what kind of strategy would you take? So, live from our business studios of Radio Shalom in Montreal is Gerald Chernyakhovsky, is CEO of Montreal Capital Partners. We'll discuss the real estate market. Why is it still the best investment to take? My name is Samuel Izerzer, your host to the Money and Business Show, Radio Shalom, CJRS 1650 AM. Thank you for tuning in live on the Money and Business Show with our business studios headquarters in Montreal, the financial capital, and the home of the greatest hockey team, the Montreal Canadiens. We have another great show for you today, and as always, you can call if you have any questions, comments, or criticism on today's topic. Please call us directly, 514-738-4100, extension 200, if you want to talk to Gerald about the real estate or any questions you have. Or email us at moneyandbusinessshow@gmail.com if you have any inquiries. You can also visit our website at the www.radio-shalom.ca. All our shows are archived there, and we also have past shows from 2010 and 2011. So today's topic, can real estate be for everyone? So today we have Gerald Chernyakhovsky, is CEO of Montreal Capital Partners. Montreal Capital Partners is established in 2011, is an innovative, forward-thinking real estate investing company dedicated to offering the best real estate solutions to both its customers and investors. It has a corporate team with a vast knowledge and expertise in real estate industry that can find a solution for any real estate problem and believes in investing in relationships. At Montreal Capital Partners, they do deals that are financed in creative manners when going for a project or a joint ventures or partnering up with other individuals. Due diligence is their highest importance when choosing a partner. Although a high return on their investment is very important in Montreal Partners, they also believe that it's equally important to invest for cash flow and long-term sustainability of a real estate project. Montreal Capital Partners has a firm corporate policy of giving back to the community, and this can be exemplified by the fact that it has volunteered as a big brother for Big Brothers of West Island for over 10 years, and as well that on the board of directors for Big Brothers of West Island for over 3 years. Welcome, Gerald. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank you for having me on the show. I'm very pleased and honored to be here.
And it's an honor to have you too, by the way.
Thank you, and I'm really looking forward to this.
Great. You're talking about this Big Brother on the West Island. Is this something that you really believe in?
I do. I think that it's very important to have to give back in this world. I don't think we should all just be takers, and that's part of my way of giving back. I volunteer as a big brother. My little brother's not so little anymore. He'll be 20 in April. So officially our relationship is
It's great work,
over.
by the way.
It's great work.
Yeah, and these are children that need a big brother and they need guidance.
Well, I believe so. You know, my little brother has been a blessing for me. He made me realize that, you know, sometimes when I don't have it so good that, well, I don't really have it that bad because he's probably had it worse. And so I'm very, very blessed to have him in my life.
Great. I'd love to hear that when a corporation makes money, they want to give back to the community. Excellent work. By the way, you've been in several meetings in the past week or so with real estate people. How's the market out there here in Montreal and what you see out there in North America?
Well, the housing market is very stable, okay? I don't see a large growth in housing prices. When it comes to the condo market, I feel that we're saturated. I see condo projects going up all the time, yet we have between 8,000 and 9,000 condos on the real estate market for sale. I know several people that have had condos on the market for a year and then they took them off because they just...
This is no United States here.
No, this is Montreal.
This is Montreal, Toronto, some of the major cities in Canada.
Well, Montreal in specific, yes.
And you think there's a lot of condos out there being built? Because I see them everywhere. If you go look on the Carrie, downtown Montreal, a lot of condos are going up.
Well, like I said, the market is saturated right now. I think we have too many condos. I don't understand why more people are building condos. Maybe people are going to buy them and then rent them out and have them as an investment property. But maybe. I personally feel that is kind of risky because you're putting all your eggs in one basket. You have one condo. If your tenant leaves, then you no longer have you're losing 100% of your revenue for that property. So it can be a little risky. I prefer multifamily units when you're investing because you're mitigating your losses. If you do all your due diligence, verify everything. For instance, verify what the occupancy rate is in the area. Verify, you know, if there's been any major repairs in the building. Do an inspection of the building. Verify the rent rolls, so make sure that the rents are actual. If you verify all the numbers, then you buy the property at the right price. You're mitigating your risk.
And I have a lot of questions for you concerning, you know, how to buy real estate and how to look for good property. You wrote the book on real estate, investing in Canada, how to buy real estate at the right price. It's a great book. I read most of it actually. And how long did it took you what, a whole year to write it?
No, it actually I wrote the whole thing. If I put it together in terms of hours, it probably took me about 40 hours worth of time. I did it very systematically, and it's something I'm passionate about, so the subject came easily to me. You know, I couldn't write a book on European soccer, for instance, because I don't know anything about it. But real estate I'm very passionate about. I have a strong desire to learn more and more. I'm always reading. various different subjects on the matter, and so it was very easy for me to write.
Yeah, I see. The book is called The Book on Real Estate Investing in Canada, and they can get it in any bookstore?
No, actually, I'm self-published. I do have a website for it, and the website is a long website. It is called thebookonrealestateinvestingincanada.com. You can go to that site and you can order it from the site.
And it only took you said 40 days?
40 hours.
Oh, 40 hours.
If I put all the hours I spent, it was about 40 hours, a work week.
Wow, that's...
I mean, I broke it up in bits and parts. You know, I would spend an hour working on the chapter titles, for instance, and then once that was done, I spent maybe another hour and a half developing different points that I want to speak on each chapter, and then when that was done, I kind of put it in an order that I wanted it to be.
And I like that order because when I read your book, you were very systematic. It was easy to read, easy to understand, and that's why I read the book. It was very, you know, sometimes some real estate books are a little bit more complicated, but I just found it just very easy to read. You even have some examples, you know, you wrote down examples, you know, how to buy real estate, you know, what it would cost, and you broke it down. It was just amazing. Anyways.
Well, you know, when I wrote the book and when I was being coached on how to write the book, not to insult anyone out there, but he told me to write the book as if I was writing it for Homer Simpson. Okay?
Well, yeah.
Because you want to have a mass appeal, right? So
they were right.
Most people don't have the verbiage and the lingo that I have for real estate investing, so I had to try to keep it as simple as possible. And you know what? It wasn't a hard thing to do at all.
Good. I have Gerald Chernoharski, is CEO of Montreal Capital Partners. Our topic today is, can real estate be for everyone? We're going to know a lot more about real estate. My name is Samuel Izurza for the Money Biz Show, Radio Shalom, CJRS 1650 AM in Montreal. We'll be right back in 2 minutes.